we're amped tonight. Tonight's crazy time. So we're gonna do two things. We're definitely cutting a puzzle clutch, but we're gonna pull the babies from the first clutch, from the mini ball clutch, and let you guys take a look at them. Most of them have shed out. I have one animal that hasn't. So we'll do that. We're a little early, so you're gonna have to bear with us. We're gonna do some logistics and get certain other systems pulled up so we can see comments, that kind of thing, and then go from there. Let's see if I can. I gotta get over here to my library, go to my videos, because he's live on that camera. That shouldn't have froze. That should be on.
You're good there.
That should be on the right network. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. So Miss.
Yo.
James is on. Daniel's on. Mark is on. Thanks for showing up, guys. Nice and early. Lucas Landon Royals, my brother. Thanks for tuning in tonight. This should be pretty good. It's a pastel het puzzle to a het puzzle pairing. We picked up the female, the het puzzle female, kind of mid-season, so like March-ish, and she was already pretty good size. Sold to us at 1,500 grams. She arrived at like 1,625, so
Yep.
Super fantastic in that regards.
Yep.
She ate like a champ. She is bitey, but that's just
the puzzle
the way
gene.
that gene goes. She loves to eat. Stacked her up to about $2,000 before she like ovulated and stuff, and then kind of went up a little bit from there. So we got 10 eggs from her that were all fantastic, look great. So we should have some really solid odds coming as far as that goes, and seeing what we get from there.
Yeah, we
Balls of Paradise. I like that.
Nice.
I won't go there tonight. I'll try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's been crazy all day today. It's been Matt. This is Matt's pairing. So these are his snakes. He's been
antsy,
jittery
anxious.
like a little girl on prom night, as as I would say. I won't put that on anybody else, but yeah. So there's a lot of anticipation coming with this clutch for sure. This could definitely bring things to a different level with us as far as the double het pairings and stuff, and that kind of deal. LKB, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Welcome.
So first, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some snakes. Oh, not first. As much as I love snakes, and that's why we're all here, that is not what's first. Very first, what's on the agenda tonight is a little bit of Kraken. It is a crazy spiced rum.
Good stuff.
There is one other spiced rum that's in competition with this, and this is a Key West. I think that's the distillery name. Key West makes a crazy spiced rum, and very like licorice kind of flavoring. Very, very different than Kraken, but very dark, very strong, and fantastic. And I keep it in the freezer, so it's really
ice cold.
It's so good. Second shout out we're going to do also on the agenda tonight is a double IPA. This is a lemon pound cake from Levante. Levante Brewing is a place that I stumbled upon. My daughter goes to college in Pennsylvania. We went down to see her on a Saturday, and we did like a brewery trail. We hit like 3 or 4 breweries. Like Victory was the one I wanted to see, but actually Levante was just kind of come up because it was close, and amazing beer. Probably for anybody that has had Treehouse or has consumed Treehouse, it's quickly jumping the ladder above Treehouse for me anyway. So this stuff is really good. This is a lemon pound cake, double IPA, and you get every bit of it. First thing you hit is the lemon. You get a little bit of bready, and the finish is a little sweet, so you get that nice icing on the top.
You guys have
good.
like fuzziness going on, like screen's fuzzy.
Fuzzy. Well, it does actually look a little fuzzy here too. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking at it through here, and it looks a little.
Let me see what my other screen looks like.
Are you good on that one?
No, it does look fuzzy on there too.
Sorry. Don't mind the eyeballs.
It looks clear on that screen.
Spends a little bit of time in my pocket, so maybe that's what. See if that made a difference.
I think it's just connection-wise we're having.
It shouldn't be. While you guys are there, before we really get into the cutting, because I really don't want to mess this up for y'all, I'm gonna see.
Do we still have the male Orange Dream for sale?
Yes, we do. He is still here.
Well, again, 720p if that's something adjustable. Otherwise, no problem. Go ahead.
All right, I'm on the right network here. For Matt to check the network on that phone, you guys may have to pause for a second.
Yeah.
Are we a little ahead?
Yeah.
It's like 2 after. So why don't you swipe? We're going to swipe over. We're going to check the connection and come right back. So can you do that?
If I knew how to do it on a 10, but I know how to do it on my phone because I got a button on it. Do you slide from a corner to...
You slide up from the bottom, always from the bottom. But
All right, we're back.
You're back there, but I'm still frozen here.
Yeah,
so
give it a second. There we go. It's clear now.
How's that look? Hopefully that's a little better.
Oh, Mark is the one I got the cinnamon enchi pastel.
Oh,
hey,
welcome,
Mark.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, excellent. Ball Pythons 9, welcome.
Yeah, video looks
better.
clear.
All right, sweet. So we kind of refreshed that. So we did the Kraken, we did lemon pound cake double IPA that's on hand, and then Matt is drinking. So there's a couple things that's cool about this, and we'll talk about the other stuff later. So this is a beer. It's called This is a Follow Me IPA. This is 14 Star Brewing. I don't know if you can see that. They're out of Vermont. It's a bunch of veterans. This is a single IPA. It has 5 American and Australian hops, and then they have some fruit notes, citrus notes, and resin hop oils that they use to make this. Sounds great. It's a decent IPA to drink. The cool thing about this is the motto of the United States Infantry, but is summarized. What is it? It summarizes what we here at 14 Star strive for: to inspire others to stand up, make an impact, and lead their own causes to victory. Follow me. And they donate a part of this to veterans with PTSD. So that's super cool.
Yeah. So to salute to that group there.
Hoorah! And while he does that, I'm grabbing some steaks. All right. So I'm going to start with this one. This is I moved these over into separate containers. This is a Pastel Ivory. This one has not shed yet. This is the only one that hasn't shed. You can see she's pretty close. Looks like she even dried out a little bit from being in this bin instead of the one that she's supposed to be in to shed. But she looks pretty good. Pretty white with the yellow contrast. Looks really good. Like her. This is a Pastel Yellow Belly 66% het for pied. This was the one that come out of the egg that I really thought was super pastel because the blushing is just ridiculous on her or him. I forget which is which. I'd have to look.
Got an escape artist.
Yeah, but the blushing is insane. Wow, all the way out. Not only does she want out of her skin, she wants out of the bin. That was funny.
Yeah, I don't know if Jim meant to rhyme or not, but...
Another Pastel Yellow Belly. Just craziness. That Yellow Belly is just insane along there. You can see how nuts that is. Great looking belly. Solid looking color.
Is it Whitesnake that sings "Here we go again"? Here I go again.
Yeah. She's only 17. Sorry. This is the other Pastel Ivory that came out. Possible Enchi. I say that. I don't know if you can see that head stripe. It really fattens up toward the back end. It could potentially be Enchi, but really nice white contrast pastel ivory. Again, everything in the clutch is 66% het for pied. That is a girl. This is a boy. This is a pastel leopard.
There we go. We're good. That was weird.
Yeah. The live is still like way behind us. Like
Yeah.
major behind us.
Will the pastel keep the stripe as an adult, or will it fade?
They tend to keep them. I have the female that I have as an adult didn't have a stripe, and she still doesn't have a stripe. I have seen other ones that were born with them that tend to keep them more so as they go on. But ball pythons in general, for the most part, depending on the gene, kind of fade a hair. But this is a pastel leopard ivory, 66% het pied. This guy is just crazy. He has almost complete banding, which these are all ringers, which are just ridiculous. He has 4 or 5 different ringers, and he just looks insane. But he is definitely not a pied. Stay in there. This is another male. This is also a pastel leopard ivory, 66% het for pied.
Possible Enchi, right? No.
No.
No potential in this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's any possibility for Enchi in here. Nice ringer coming up in the tail. A lot of really high white blushing on these guys. You can see that tail area where those two ringers are. So those look really good for being pied. I've got 2 more.
Woo! One almost got Jim's thumb.
And the last 2 from this clutch, again, another pastel yellow belly, 66% het pied. This one came out really banded. I did think for a minute maybe there was Enchi in there, but after looking at the eye stripes and stuff, I really don't think so. But great blushing from that yellow belly. Great markings along the bottom. Bright yellow. These guys look fantastic. And then this last guy, this is a pastel leopard yellow belly. Has that nice ringer right there. And just ridiculous leopard pattern.
Yeah, that pattern is crazy.
Yep. Nice tail stripe. Got some train tracks right down base by the tail. Pretty sure between those and the ringer and the bright color, this guy will prove out for pied. But again, 66% het for pied.
LKB is asking if any of the ladies are going to be for sale.
The entire clutch is for sale. I last year did the same pairing and have 3 females that I kept that have more genes combined in them. So I was really looking for a male out of that clutch that was visual pied. And unfortunately, because of the way the odds gods deal the cards, I didn't hit that. So that whole clutch is going to be up for sale. A few of them have eaten. A few more, obviously, like one still got a shed and stuff, and then we'll get them out and get them available.
Welcome everybody that's just joined in the past few minutes.
Yeah, thanks for showing up. We don't have a whole lot. Are you gonna cut this, or am I gonna cut this? I have to say, after the cutting from last week,
Matt's cutting skills are horrible.
And there was enough people that verbalized how bad Matt cut the eggs. Multiple times today he has said, "You're cutting, you're cutting, you're cutting." And I told him, I says, "Well, you can cut, just don't tear them apart after you cut them open." And, but
I'll be
whatever.
doing it.
So I'm hopefully he'll get a little bit more encouragement this go around.
I won't brutalize the opening of the eggs this go around.
So is that the plan? You're going to cut these things?
I'll cut them.
All right. So we're going to switch sides here. I'm going to grab a drink, and MT or Matt Thomas is going to cut a puzzle clutch and see what he gets.
Woohoo! Hey, doggy.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Beer time.
Woo.
Woo.
Mm.
Kind of matches your cutting skills.
We'll talk off screen.
Oh, why? We don't hide nothing.
To tell everybody how nervous I am about this clutch, because it's the one gene that I've always wanted to work with. Finally got my hands on some hets and finally got some eggs that my hands are literally shaking because I'm so anticipating this clutch.
Thanks, Donnie.
Oh.
Welcome, Alina.
All right, so let's get.
That's
down to
right.
it.
Practice makes perfect.
So we marked an egg. I'm saying that this first egg that I'm gonna grab is gonna be a puzzle.
Ready to floss, Matthew. That's right. If he hits a puzzle, he's doing the jig, baby.
I didn't practice. I totally forgot about it. So I'm gonna look like a complete fool.
Ball Python 9 says, flow with it, baby. Just flow with it. And just take your time, run it all the way to the end. Nice. Pastel.
Pastel.
Yeah, that looks like a pastel.
Yeah.
That's a really nice looking pastel.
That is bright.
Yeah, super bright. Be one with the egg, Terry says. Be one with the egg.
And I'm even getting ahead of myself that I didn't even take the other eggs out of the bin, so I can put this one in there.
What's up, BC Pythons? Welcome. We cut one egg here. This was the first one. Matt got ahead of himself. He didn't pull the whole rest out. But just a crazy... Yeah, I have to agree with you, Terry. That was a really good cut. It's almost as good as mine.
Except I got a little sliver there that's...
That's all right. That's all right. That's perfect. Just crazy bright pastel.
Yeah.
Stop right now, Matt. You did good. That's it. You're all done.
No more cuttings.
It's all done.
All right.
Yep. And today is like day 57, 58?
56.
56?
Yep.
So no pippers, but that's all right. We're going to...
Doesn't got much room in that egg. We'll go there. There we go.
Yeah, we got a whole 10 eggs from this girl. This is a first-year girl, too, which is kind of crazy. James is calling 4 puzzles. That'd be nice.
We got a little bit of yolk still
Yeah,
in
still
there.
some yolk in there. It looks like a normal.
Yep.
Aqua Balls, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. The first egg that we hit was a really nice looking pastel. Not too puzzle looking. This was the second one. Had a little bit of egg yolk in there. We are on day 56, but very much looks like a normal.
Yep. All right.
We set all our eggs up on the light diffuser with vermiculite and really super saturate the vermiculite. The secrets of the egg clutches. I don't know.
Maybe.
That looks like a puzzle. That's a puzzle. So at least puzzle, maybe visual puzzle. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
At least one.
Yeah, don't see. Well, maybe pastel, maybe.
Yeah, we'll aqua balls. We'll let them kind of settle out and keep an eye on them really close to make sure they don't get tangled up in their umbilical. Typically at this point, once we cut, we kind of check on everybody at least a couple times. That looks pretty
Puzzle-ish.
interesting over there. It
That
still
might-
may be pastel, but that looks a little more funky.
And like the pastel with the puzzle looks like the pastel just does some, or the
Yeah,
puzzle
it just
does some to
it
the
blows
pastel.
it all the way out.
Yep. Ooh, maybe.
Thanks,
maybe
Ryan.
two.
We appreciate that.
I'm glad they proved. From what it looks like they both proved out, which is good.
Yeah, ball pythons 9 says the pastel does look funky, so it very well may be a pastel puzzle, and a puzzle and a normal. So we'll see when they come out of the egg.
Maybe another puzzle.
I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. That looks pretty just regular pastel to me.
It's got some funky patterns.
Yeah, I agree. Very good looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice looking pastel for sure. But when he puts it in here, we'll take a side by side. This was the first one that we thought was just pastel, but then eyeballed some funkiness back in that top left corner that you see there. And then this one here, I'm pretty sure is pastel. So that I think that one's going to be a het. And we'll see what happens with this one here when it comes out. Yeah. And then we had a normal. Yeah, no other genes in the mix. So Dad was a pastel het puzzle, and Mom was a puzzle. No, I retract that statement. Mom was a het puzzle.
Yeah.
That we picked up.
We picked up the mother from Elite Balls, so Isaiah Martinez, and the father we picked up from Tallgrass.
Yeah, well, that's puzzle right there. I can see that.
Yeah.
That's pastel puzzle. Yeah,
Woo!
you just see that from way out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that all in this top section right over here.
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah.
Whoo!
So
I'm
two
getting
out of at least 2 out of 10, maybe 3 out of 10. That's not too bad. Yeah, woo is right, Dan. Thanks, Dan Ortiz. I appreciate it. Yeah, super excited with this stuff. It's great. You buy a big girl and spend big money, and she comes in looking like a normal. You pray to the odds gods that she proves in your favor. At least on the first year around. And and that brings up a point, if we had put a ton of genes to her, even with a het male that was just crazy amounts of genes, and she didn't prove the first year, it'll make you second guess it. So, the first year go around,
Maybe another.
it's probably a better idea to put less genes into them and just put the hets to work and hopefully get something out of it.
I think that might be
I don't know. That's hard to tell. All I see is a lot of really fine banding, which is kind of crazy in itself. I mean, that definitely looks cool for sure. There's just not enough visual there to say that that's puzzle-ish.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it looks really bright, like it would be a pastel. So it looks really, really good. So if that is a pastel, that just looks amazing. So I'm going to say that's at least a pastel puzzle, a puzzle, and then
maybe another puzzle.
maybe, I don't know about that. We'll see.
Maybe it was this one. It was this one.
Yeah, I think it was that one. That looks puzzle-ish. So maybe 3 out of the first 6, which is ridiculous. James wants to know how much you want for the last 4 eggs before you cut them.
They are not for sale until I know what they are.
Well, you potentially already have 3 puzzles. I mean, you could sell them for $3,000 and you'd be good.
I don't want to risk the odds.
What if they're all normals? You could have made $3,000. There it is.
That's me playing the lottery. I could play the lottery and not win, or I could play the lottery and win.
All right. Well, here we go. We're gonna find out how that lottery works out for you. Lucas Landon thinks the plump one is a pastel puzzle.
Oh,
Is that based on experience? You've been cutting a lot of stuff and doing updates lately.
that's
What makes you say that?
That's puzzle.
Yeah. Is that puzzle?
That's puzzle.
Well, if that's puzzle, that's pastel puzzle with those
Yeah.
fine stripes. That means the last one you cut with the fine stripes is probably the same thing. That could put you at 4 or 5 puzzles. That's just stupid. Just a guess.
Trying to get a good look without brutalizing the egg.
We're still getting at it, Chris. I'm gonna go through these right now for you. So the first egg we cut was this one, which looks definitely pastel, but very interesting in the very top here. So that really looks puzzle-ish. Again, all these will really need to come out of the egg to determine.
Yep.
This one had a bit of yolk left. Looks kind of normal, or as a normal. This one over here looked very puzzle-like. You can just kind of see that whole, it's turned a little bit, but this whole side looks puzzle-ish. And then we put this one in here, and this one had very fine stripes on the side. So we weren't sure with that one. Welcome, Combat. Thank you for showing up. This one here, again, there's some more puzzle stuff going on there. So that's at least 3, possibly 4.
Yeah. And there's this one.
This one is super bright, either a really nice pastel. Who knows what that'll turn out to be. And this one also had the very fine sides and had some some puzzle-looking marks when we first cut it as well. So we're sitting at possibly 3, 4, maybe 5 puzzles. I mean, if that ends up being true when they come out of the eggs, that's just total epicness. Because this is again a pastel het puzzle male to a het puzzle female. So technically, out of 10 eggs, we should hit 2 or 3. And if we're looking somewhere between 3 and 5 right now, that's just insanity.
All right, let's see what this one is.
All right, Dan. Well, we got plenty here to buy. That's for sure. And I have to say, the egg cutting tonight has been a lot better. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but definitely not.
Yeah, that's a normal.
Not crazy. Yeah, that's a normal right there. That will be 66% het for puzzle. And we have 2 more eggs to go.
Anybody want to throw down and think?
Super normal. Yeah, I love super normals. So again, Lucas Landon is saying this one here is going to be a pastel puzzle. We'll see. We'll see if he's right.
This one's not as dimpled, so.
The next egg is puzzle. Finish strong. 2 puzzles. Come on, baby. Give it to me. Give me something special. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, legs crossed, eyes crossed. I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, you changed the cut method.
Well, only because it's so plump.
It's so plump. That's not even the plump one.
Maybe pastel. Maybe, yeah.
It's hard to tell.
But definitely not puzzle.
If I could turn back time.
All right, we're going pastel puzzle, this last one. Let's see.
That's got the color of a pastel puzzle right there.
Yeah, yep.
Stop shaking for the last one. He's too excited. He can't.
All right. The last one. This one's really plump. And we got us maybe another puzzle? Maybe just a pastel.
If that's a pastel, that's one wacky pastel.
Yeah, no, I think it's another puzzle.
That would be 5 puzzles, dude. At least 5 puzzles.
And you look at this wacky pattern up along the door. Oh yeah, right there.
I don't know. I'm not convinced on that one.
Maybe. That's kind of.
I think you just want it to be.
I don't know. Just the pattern, just to me, looks different than a pastel.
Lucas wants to know if he gets to keep it if he's right.
Nope.
I hope so, Chris. It'd be nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Python's 9, at least 2 or 3 for sure, and that would be right in line with the odds. And then there's a couple others that are questionable, so we'll see what happens when they come out of the egg. We'll know more for sure. But just one more look. Yeah, this one I'm pretty
sure.
definitive. Matt's cutting all my clutches next season. Maybe I'll let him cut all mine too. This one turned out, I think, is just going to be a normal. This one looks like it's a puzzle. Yeah, I know. It's a huge, massive clutch. This is definitively pastel, but had a lot of those really finite stripes. And then there's another one that really looked puzzle.
That one there.
So this one here, this is definitely a puzzle. There's no doubt about that's puzzle. This one is pastel. And then I don't know, some of that, you can see that dog bone stuff going on the bottom left of your screen. That's pretty classic for puzzle.
Yep.
Thanks Balls of Paradise. This is a beautiful pastel anyway. If that's not puzzle, I would be floored just because of the way how clean it is and how bright that pastel is. But again, we'll see when that comes out of there. This one was a normal.
Yeah, pastel maybe.
Yeah, Python's 9 for sure. I mean, 10 eggs from a first-year girl is ridiculous. But she did arrive at 1,600 and change grams. We got her early enough. We were able to put another 300-400 grams on her. She was $2,000 before she even, was bred. So it worked out really good. And then the last egg is this right here, which is just a great looking pastel that might have some funkiness going on. And again, our excitement may just be leading into 1 or 2 of these too. So,
right.
Who knows until they actually come out of the egg. But, dude, what a clutch. Head to head.
I'm really excited about this one up in the top corner.
Yeah, well, yeah, you definitely, there's definitely some choices to be had there. So hopefully
that's
and again, we've been talking about this a little bit too. This clutch, we're really looking just to keep like a 1.1 if we can get it.
Yeah.
If they end up being more girls, then maybe an 0.2. Keep 2 girls or a boy and a girl. But anything outside of that is all going to be available to go. Because thanks Aquaballs, appreciate it. As much as you want to keep them all, you got to make a hobby decision, a business decision, and you got to build that project up too. So
right.
Yeah. Right, look at that face. You ain't smiled like that in a long time. That's awesome.
This was my most anticipated clutch of the season.
As it should be. As it should be. The other girl that was locking up for him, Jim, go back to the second to the last one quick. Yeah, sure enough. Second to the last one. That's this one right here. I'll have to look at that LKB. I honestly can't remember if I think the girl that I kept from that clutch, I ended up selling because a later clutch, I ended up getting more genes, but I'll have to double check.
Second to last. This was last. Maybe this one. That was second.
That was
to
a
last.
normal. This one was a normal.
Yep.
This one looked pastel and interesting.
This one too.
This one pastel and interesting. Yeah, that was us last year. It was like all our extra money was going into racks.
Yep.
That last year we did buy ahead, hoping to plan for the future kind of thing, and really get in front of some of this stuff, so we didn't have to spend money on racks this year, and we could spend it all on spend all the money on snakes and snake stuff. So yeah, puzzle. Yeah, so yeah, there's at least a solid. I'll put that over. There's at least a solid 3 puzzles in there. Who knows? Maybe 4 or 5, which will be good. So we should easily, well, maybe not easily, but hopefully hit our 1.1s. Grow the girl up for hets and have the male to run around and make some really nice het stuff, which I'll be definitely working that male into the project once he's ready. Woo.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah.
Cheers. LKB, that's a very interesting and awesome topic. In the same note, cheers, Lucas. Cheers, balls of paradise. Is definitely not a cheap market to work from the bottom up.
Right.
But if you can pull together some coin and really put as much money as you can into animals, again, my limited experience, I find it easier to sell the higher end stuff than the 1 or 2 gene combo things. Those animals tend to stick around a lot longer than the higher end stuff. Last year, the mini ball clutch, the high end stuff from the mini ball clutch was gone in 2 or 3 days once it was posted. Boof, right. It was gone. Yeah, okay, I'll drink beer again.
Beer to beer.
Beer to beer. Lemon pound cake. And the single gene, the 2 gene kind of things just tend to stick around a lot longer. It's a lot more work that goes into them to sell. Those are the show animals, and you got to price them down in order to to move them. So, I mean, again, and I may not be right, and I don't have the experience that like Justin has, or even Miguel for that matter, that's not even been doing it that long, but has more experience in the higher end stuff. You look at what the big guys are doing, and the big guys are putting in big money into animals, and they're producing crazy clutches,
right?
And they're still around. Why is that?
Because there's the market.
Because they sell and it pays bills.
The market just seems to be never ending. There's just so many combinations.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of room.
Yep.
Again, Chris, this is a very limited experience that I'm making the statement with. This is our 4th year of production. Last year was the first year that from my consideration, that I produced, a crazy clutch.
Yeah.
And with that, those big animals evaporated. Like, they were gone before you knew it. It took some work to sell the single gene and the 2 gene stuff. Yeah, and maybe some of that is me, because like I don't want to just give it away. Like, I've worked hard to produce this. I fed it. I've bought high end, good animals. All my stuff comes from well known breeders. So I've spent extra money in the animals that I have, so that I know I've got quality genes, and I just want to see the return. So I just refuse, to sell stuff for $15, $20, $30. So, maybe some of it's my plan, and how I feel with what I have and what their worth is. But within that, the $1,500, $2,000 animals don't sit on the shelf.
Right. Yeah, those were probably your fastest selling animals last year.
For sure. Like, I think the record sale was a $2,000 animal. It was probably the highest end animal that I had, and she was on Morph Market for less than 48 hours, and she was gone. It wasn't a payment plan. It was paid in full the next day. It was shipped. And so within like 3 days, the whole transaction was done and delivered, and there was $2,000 in the bank.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, for us, what we found is at shows for in this region of the country, $300 or less is really where you're at. You can, I there was a couple shows I brought Minnie to when she was young, just to show her off. But like, you're not gonna sell more than likely, and by volume, you're not gonna sell $1,000 animal, a $1,500 animal, a $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 animal at a typical show. White Plains may be different. Pomona may be different. Daytona may be different. And if you go to Canada, maybe even CRBE is a little different. But your typical shows, your local shows, you're more than likely not going to sell those big high-end animals. And all our stuff that's been $300 or over has all sold on Morph Market. I've not sold any of that at a show. I've not sold it beforehand and brought it to a show to deliver, and I've not sold those things at shows. It's just not happened. So again, that may just be my particular area of the country. What's going on, Ellis? Welcome. So like Texas, California, Florida, Michigan, like all that stuff way out there may be very, very different than what it is here in the Northeast. So for me, my perception is the high-end stuff for me is easy to sell on Morph Market. It evaporates, it's gone. But I also spend a ton of time marketing the living crap out of my brand, out of my name, out of who we are. I try to post and cross post 3 to 4 times a day, which is ridiculous. Now, some days if I get busy, I don't hit that, but most of the days I'm minimally twice a day. And again, just trying to put that brand, put that name out there, and constantly doing that. So that's a big piece that needs to be done, because you can have that $2,000 or $3,000 animal. If nobody knows who you are, they've never seen your name before, you may get passed over, even if it looks great, because there's so I think it's getting better. The industry is definitely getting better. The people are getting better. But there's been a lot of dirty business in this industry for a long time. And because of that, people are very trigger shy, in order to, buy a snake from somebody they've never heard of, even though the animal looks fantastic. But sometimes you take a chance, and I've done that. I have a snake that is just amazing. I was looking for het clown females, and I was combing Justin Kabelka's site. I buy a lot of stuff with him. Thanks for that, Pythons 9. And Matt happened to be combing one of the forums. I think it was King Snake, and he said, "Dude, you gotta look at this snake. It's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not Justin, and I know what I'm getting from Justin." And he says, "You don't understand. You've got to look at the snake." And I was looking at and this is no downplay for Justin. For real. I was looking at the exact same animal on Justin's site, and this guy that posted this animal on King Snake, that it was next level above what I was gonna buy from Justin. So I ended up buying it, and the guy's name was Matt Hahn. It was actually a pretty big breeder. I don't know if he was a well-known breeder. And that animal, she's being bred right now, and that's a Firefly het clown. So she's just ridiculous looking, and she still is. So it's not always the name. Sometimes you have to look at the animal and you compare it to a well-known name animal if you can, and then you got to vet out that breeder and make sure that where you're getting it from is, reputable. This guy happened to be close. He was in New York. I was able to meet him. Yeah, it does. YouTube definitely builds confidence with names. You can see how people keep stuff. You get an insight into how they do things. I haven't done a lot with really too much with friends. Just only a couple animals from one guy, Dan Monroe, which is online, or at least was online. I've done a couple animals with him, and he's in Connecticut as well. But most of my stuff, I've tried to research like who produced it first or pretty close. And I've gone to them and picked those animals up there, or who made the first combo, or who's known for, making pied combos. Justin. There's a ton of people doing it now, but he did a lot of the first in the beginning, and he has high quality animal. Ozzy has high quality animals. I mean, there's a ton of people now that have high quality animals that you can go out and you can spend $1,000, $1,500, and $2,000, which is a lot of money for some people. But if you spend that kind of money on a male and you're going to run that to 2 or 3 other girls, like you're going to make 3 or 4 times your money over on that male. And if you go back to Miguel's video today, he posted a video today about investment ball pythons, and he specifically spoke about males. Now, I don't know if he actually said price, but he spoke about spending like big money. Now, if Miguel's saying it's big money, I'm going to guess it's pretty big money. So I'm probably thinking somewhere between $4,000 and $6,000 on a male, and he ran it to like 4 girls, and he quadrupled the money on that male, which is crazy. So he did say it was 4 grand. So you spend $4,000 on a male, and you have the girls lined up, and you put that male to work, and you run it to 4 males, and you're making $16,000, $20,000, $25,000. I'm like, that's insanity, and it's very, very possible. There's got to be forethought into what you're going to breed to. There's got to be, thought into the male you purchase and the girls you're going to run him to. So if he's posset pied and they're pieds, that makes sense. Or if he is a het pied and they're pied, that makes even more sense. Or clown or whatever. If there's some kind of recessive involved, that definitely is going to pay dividends. I don't know. I did a couple trips this year, as you guys saw with the videos. I went to Justin's and I went to Miguel's, and definitely with Justin's visit and seeing everything that he has there, I am so more excited about how much room there is in this industry and where to go if you put a little fortitude into your projects and into where you want to be and where you want to go. There is definitely room for that. For sure. There's all kind of space in this industry. And anybody that tells you that it's dying, it's just because they don't have fortitude. They can't think far enough ahead, or they're desperate to make money, or there's something else going on behind the scenes that you can't see, because it's definitely all there. Secret to YouTube algorithm? I have no idea. I have no idea. I've been posting videos for October I think will be 2 years, and we just passed like 1,100 subscribers, and most of the people that subscribe always say, I can't believe I haven't found you before. Like, I can't believe I haven't seen your videos. Like, you guys are so real, blah, 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 all this stuff. I don't know. I definitely don't know the algorithm to YouTube. If you can get Miguel on the phone, that's somebody to figure out the algorithm, because that boy over the past 3 or 4 years has absolutely exploded, and he is quickly cranking on 100,000 subscribers under 5 years of doing this. So that's the man to ask that question to. I am by no means successful on YouTube. I wish, just not so. We're going to spin the camera around and we're going to take a look at the very last clutch that we cut, the Hidden Gene Woma Granite Yellow Belly to albino pied. Terry, I would bet that that's at least 50 to 60% of the success, at least in the beginning. But as of late, I only see her putting eggs in the incubator and here and there. So I'm not sure she's still part of that algorithm. But she was definitely a big component of it. And, she's a solid arm piece. So there's no shame in that. And if that's what you got, then, yeah, use it. Everyone on YouTube is famous. I mean, it's just TV, right? Everybody on TV is famous. So we're going to take a look at this clutch, which ended up being pretty crazy. None of them is shed out yet, but we hit 4, what we believe is 4 Hidden Gene Woma Granite Yellow Bellies that are double het, 2 yellow bellies that are double het,
And then I think that one's just Hidden Gene Woma.
and then a Hidden Gene Woma double het. So these are they actually look pretty good. The triple double hets look pretty decent, and I think we're gonna keep one or two of them.
Mm.
I know. I thought I was famous too, BC, but I guess not, because like I went to Tinley and only like 2 people recognized me. So I don't know. So you want to start over here?
All right, so these two here, these are both yellow bellies. Double het for albino pied. So you can see the belly. It's got the crazy.
Yeah, some nice tracks going on there. And Terry, yeah, I would agree with you. His kids are also awesome, and they're very well involved. It's a whole family business. It's definitely something you don't see a lot of on YouTube or on TV or on anything anymore, to be honest. So, yeah, there's multiple components that go into why he's successful, and it's not just because he has money and he's buying cars and restoring them and going ATVing and all that stuff. There's levels way beyond that's making him successful, and I wouldn't say he's exploiting it, but he is definitely working it to his advantage for sure.
Definitely.
And as he should.
All right, and this will be the second yellow belly that we have.
And with all that said, I have gone there. I've hung out with him on multiple occasions, and he and Tina are the most down-to-earth, normal people you will ever meet.
So you get some more of those. Hold still. Those tracks across, or not tracks, but all the checkering across the bottom. This one's got a few flames on it. There's one here, a couple over here. But both great-looking animals. They'll look really good once they shed.
That's pretty funny, James.
These we didn't sex. One thing I definitely need practice at.
Oh, G-stripe het clown. Yeah, those are going to be really nice. There's been a couple of the G-stripe clowns made, and those are just, they look really good.
Girl. So one of the yellow bellies is a girl.
Who said they got a buzz? Python 9, thanks for dialing in, man. We really appreciate it, that's for sure.
And of course, all these that I'm sexing, I'm going to have Jim re-verify them just to make sure. This one will sit still long enough.
Dude, you got stuff crawling away. Don't bother. What are you doing? I can't, it looks like it's just going to shit on you.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know what that is.
I was trying to roll it.
Like you're rubbing its thing.
Making it happy. Hey, get over here.
No wonder why it was swolled up so much. Dude, the snake is...
I see it.
Okay. Does he really? Lucas, that's kind of funny. You would think he'd be really all into that.
All right.
My kids are much older. So my son is 26. He's married. He's in the military. And my daughter is 23, and she's away. She just came home today, but she's been away in college for her master's program. And they don't even watch the videos online at all when I do them. So it's a little annoying. So it's really no big deal. So they either don't like you or they're not going to pay any attention to you anyway.
All right, so this one over here is the one that we are saying is Hidden Gene Woma.
Oh, okay. He's much younger.
Maybe possible granite. Not sure.
Yeah,
but
I don't see any granite. If anything, that's just Hidden Gene Woma.
Yeah. And then these four.
Thanks, JW. Appreciate it. I think you just kind of got here. We're gonna
go back through the other stuff.
Just really quick. What we think is a pastel puzzle, a normal, possibly a puzzle, crazy nice pastel. Definitely a puzzle right there. Pastel. Crazy pastel, possible puzzle.
Normal.
And again, a crazy looking pastel. So that's that clutch we just cut. And we are going through the last clutch that we just cut.
And then all of these are what we believe to be Hidden Gene Wilma Granite Yellow Bellies.
Getting snakes from a famous guy.
And we did sex these. We had 2 of
2.2?
each. Yep.
Yep.
So I don't know if I'm going to keep both girls or if I'm going to keep a boy and a girl. But there will be some that'll be available out of these for sure.
And again, these guys haven't even shed yet, so
Yep, shed 8.
they'll be
nothing of that.
shedding soon. Well, I think that's about it.
Yeah.
About it for us. Yeah, see, we broke out the lights for y'all tonight.
Yep.
We tend to like break out all the equipment for these live cuttings so y'all can really see and you know, here, let me bring it about. Make you really dizzy. And then the ring light as well, so that you all get like crazy amounts of light. Because there's nothing like trying to do a cutting or something like that, and it's just like wicked dark, and you can't hardly see anything. It's just crazy.
Right.
So anyway, that's really it for us for this live stream. Thanks, Donnie. I appreciate that. When's the next one?
The next one due, I think it's the
2
Black
weeks?
Pastel Albino to the Mahogany Albino, and it's due 9/2. So
9/2.
we'll
So
probably do a few
we've
days.
got a minute. We got a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, before we'll be able to do another live stream. Yeah, good to see you too, BC. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You're very welcome, Lucas. Thanks for dialing in. I appreciate it again. Thanks everybody for dialing in tonight. Really strong showing for the puzzle clutch.
Yeah,
Totally appreciate it. Oh yeah, Sumo Black Pastel would be nuts, especially if it was het pied or pied.
Right.
Thanks, James. Thanks for the conversation earlier and dialing in tonight. Thanks for showing up. Again, appreciate all the support week in and week out. It's been amazing. Thanks again, Mark. Good to see you on here. And I got those shirts for you. So, well, at least one. So I just got to verify the size. I didn't do that yet. Yeah, LKB, if you ever got questions, man, definitely dial in for sure.
Yep, we always got our phones on us.
It was at Wise Constrictor Python. Yeah, because like I missed you on the first go around.
Beautiful clutch, guys. Take care, everyone. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for dialing in. And again, expect to see us. Well, I'll have videos in between, but they'll be edited videos, and then we'll do the live stream once this other one is ready to go. Show you more snakes. We can do that.
The spiders?
Yeah, we can do that. So. The clutch before the last one that you saw, and it's funny, everybody's dialing off, and we're going to pull out more snakes.
Right.
We haven't done much with these guys yet. Night Lucas, thanks for joining in. We'll flip this around and we'll show you the cutting before last. Later, Aqua Balls, thanks again. And we'll see what we got here. I really haven't spent that's the rum and the beer that's starting to do that. Really haven't looked at these guys much. I'm waiting for them to shed out. Thanks for sticking around, James. I appreciate it. But we're gonna look at these anyway. So this was the and I actually misspoke when I cut these on the video, because I said this was the Pastel Inchy Leopard Yellow Belly, and it was actually the a Pastel Leopard Yellow Belly that I believe to be het pied that produced this clutch. So we have a normal, and he's gonna
Run away.
right here. He's gonna crawl away. Have a Pastel. Has really nice orange on it. Some of them do come out like that and look really good.
Could possibly be the
Yeah, balls of paradise. We're really good for like ending a live stream and then saying, "Oh yeah, let's do something else." People go back to the video and go like, how did I miss that?" Well, that's the way we roll. We tend to do that, and you do giveaways on videos and stuff. We'll do the sound off and then we'll come back and we'll do a t-shirt giveaway or something, just to encourage people to kind of stick around and really, really run to the end of the videos for those things.
Yeah, it's like the end credit like scenes that they put at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so instead of all the you know, the bloopers, you know, we do giveaways, or we pull out another clutch and show you more snakes. So this is a nice leopard that came out of that clutch. And these guys, again, the male isn't proven pied. Puzzle giveaway. That's funny. You know, maybe if this was year 2 or 3 of the puzzle production, I probably would do that. Yeah, we'll see when we get there.
It's our first clutch, so.
Really nice pastel leopard. And I'm going to leave this one out here. Let's see if we can get a little bit of that belly. I got him. Nice little belly shot there.
Looks good.
Yeah, good looking. And then this one
Pastel leopard, right?
is another pastel leopard that is just like got hieroglyphics going on, like just craziness.
Look at its belly.
And this belly is a little different. A lot more checkering going on. So there's some flames coming up the side. I think this one may be a pastel leopard yellow belly. But this one will go as a pastel leopard, possible yellow belly, just because there's not an ivory. Yeah, Donnie, for sure. Like you look at the blacks on these two.
They're dark.
This one is dark with some blushing here and there. This one is just pitch black. That's actually light reflection. But yeah, that contrast on that one was crazy. What was the first leopard, a female? I don't know. Matt, why don't you hold that? I haven't sexed any of these or anything. Yeah, that's a girl. And really nice leopard female. Nice caramel colors. Nice bronze coming up the belly. Little blush marks here and there. Has that crazy hieroglyphic pattern. We have 2 leopard males that are responsible for all our leopard production, and one has insane pattern and hieroglyphics. The other one is a more subtle leopard type pattern. It's not a really busy leopard, so it's really easy if they both sire a clutch. I can tell right away who got the clutch because they produce so different leopards.
Looking for a leopard combo male. Oh, maybe that one one of those might be male.
Yeah, I think there are males there for sure. This, I can't tell if it's a spider yellow belly or just a spider. The color brightness down the dorsal is really insane for a normal spider. So I'm not sure yet. They've got a shed. And then this one looks really cool. This is a really nice leopard spider. That is just insane. And I do have one more that is still in the egg. Hasn't come out of the egg yet, which is a pastel leopard spider, and I believe to be yellow belly as well. So once that comes out of the egg, we'll have pictures of that as well. But that was that clutch, and none of these guys have shed yet.
Right.
Yeah, I have a spider banana. Well, it's spider banana adder. It has an adder gene in it as well that will be breeding this season for us. So we should have some cool stuff. And then I have a pastel banana female to make some of those ever valuable female bananas, or have a shot at making those female bananas. Well, that was the encore, gentlemen and ladies. I think that's about it for us tonight. We've been on for a little over an hour, and again, oh yeah, leopard genetic stripe, dude.
Mm-hmm. We've been eyeballing those.
Yeah, those look really good. And then the genetic stripe clowns also look really good.
Yeah.
I've got to stay focused. I gotta stay focused. gotta stay
We got to
focused.
stay focused with the recessive genes that we do have.
Well, not even that. I just gotta stay focused on the projects I have because I very easily could just go off to the left field and just buy a bunch of stuff.
Right.
But so anyway, thanks again everybody for dialing in. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. We had a lot of fun this time. It was definitely more along the lines of length and stuff that we typically do. The last couple have been a little short.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was really good. We've got more stuff to show you guys, and then hopefully by the time we do another live stream, we'll have some of these guys all grown out, shed and stuff, and be able to share that with you as well.
Yep.
So again, thanks for swinging by. Thanks for dialing in. Really appreciate all the support, and especially you guys that show up, video after video after video. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And some of you guys we get to see at the next show. And we'll see everybody on the next video. Peace.
Y'all take care.
Yep, take care. Thanks, Wise Constrictors. I don't want to miss anybody. Thanks, Donnie. Thanks for the kind words. I really appreciate that. That's fair enough to say. Thanks, JW. Thanks, Chris.